Augusto had a strong entry.
No reservations, Philippines!
And an obvious and frankly very affecting yearning to connect with the home of his parents. He had real enthusiasm and a compelling personal story.
I'm a Filipino-American born and raised in Long Island, New York, and I've recently discovered and learned to appreciate the culture and heritage of my parents.
His interview, though, revealed a more reserved personality and not as much real experience as I would have liked.
How many times have you been to the Philippines?
2 years ago was the first time.
How long were you there for?
I was only there a week.
This was not going to get you the win, or a gig as my principal guide to a country not my own on the other side of the world.
It bothered me that we couldn't make it happen for this kid.
And yet, here I was in the Philippines.
Thank you.
Funny thing, the Augusto of the effusive jumping out of his seat videotape was decidedly toned down as soon as we met at the airport. We dig right in at the Capital Site Eatery for some stuffed crab and some soup.
I don't know, should you be telling me welcome to the Philippines, or should I be telling you welcome to the Philippines?
Yeah, I know. Well, no, I'll welcome you. Yeah, welcome.
So how do you know so much about the food here when you've really only been here once before for a week and a few days now?
Well, the thing is, when you come here, all you do is eat, because my family takes us around, and so it's like non-stop eating once we get here.
Augusto, it turns out, is not the peppy, proactive expert I kind of hoped for on this jaunt. Any dreams I'd had of sort of taking the day off, letting him take the lead, walk me through the ins and outs and the food and culture of the Philippines while I just work on my beer and do the usual head nodding and eating bit, well, that's out the window.
Of all of the tapes we got and submissions for the fan special, you know, yours was easily the most enthusiastic.
I kind of had this insecurity growing up and kind of didn't know who I was. And I realized that, whoa, I totally just didn't care even. So now it's just like, now that I've discovered it, it's just, I'm ecstatic.
What changed?
Well, when I went to college, I would see all my Chinese friends, my Korean friends, and they all speak the language.
It's very connected back.
Yeah, very connected. You know, like all the tradition is there. Versus a lot of Filipino families, they'll put another culture before theirs just so that their kids can, you know, kind of get along and just kind of fit into the culture. And that was like an empty part of me, you know, so I was like, you know, I want that. Right.
Stuff.